And we are now live.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
This chair is all
Uh-oh.
loose as a goose.
Uh-oh. Okay. Sorry. Hope you don't break it. Is this crooked?
There.
Is it still? I guess not.
Can't tell, actually.
I can't tell. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Vino Vent. Happy Sunday. Hi. For those of you who are coming over from our vlog premiere, good to see you again. We just got finished talking to you 10 minutes ago.
I know. I think our new routine for our vlogs will be that they will premiere right before we go live on Vino Vent every Sunday. So if you are over on Instagram and TikTok and you want to see our weekly vlog that we do, it's our long form video content. They're usually anywhere from like 15 to 30 minutes. But yeah, we just kind of post what we were up to that week, and it's a longer form of what we post on our Instagram and TikTok feeds. So why don't we jump into, well, let's go through, guys, tell us where you're tuning in from.
Yeah, and why don't we say hi to some people like Amanda and Lucretia and Kyle and Clinton and Sapna and Ted and Thomas and Aranda, of course, Tony, Caleb, Chris, Richard, Garrett, Brian.
We also have Ocoee, Tennessee. We've got Kansas, New Jersey, Germany, Tulsa, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Seattle, Connecticut, North Carolina, California, Cleveland,
Vermont, San Diego,
Seattle, Boston, Chicago, Germany, Virginia, New Jersey, Ohio,
Portland,
El Paso, Texas, Virginia,
Netherlands, over on TikTok.
We love Netherlands. Upstate New York, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Virginia Beach. I think I said that, but my sister lives in Virginia Beach. Wilmington, North Carolina. Welcome, Sawyer. Okay, Australia. Okay, San Diego, Scotland. We've got, you guys are coming in from all over the places.
Australia.
First and foremost, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight.
Yes.
This is our weekly live chat that we do on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. But we always like to kick these off with a little toast. So Thomas, I'll get my water. I'm not drinking tonight.
Okay, so you know what, guys? Whether you are drinking Chardonnay, water, a Shirley Temple, some tea, some Coke, some Diet Coke, since that is all the rage these days, maybe a soda pop, or maybe like a whiskey sour.
Or a sody. Is that what she calls it?
Sody. Sody, yes. Whether you're drinking a good sody, maybe some coffee. Regardless, cheers to you.
We made it through another week, you guys.
We did, as PJ does. Cheers, cheers, and cheers.
Okay. So,
toothpaste and white wine just don't go together like they used to.
Guys, you know, one thing that's funny that we both do before we do Vino Vent is we brush our teeth. It's like we're only talking to each other, to you guys on these social media platforms, but for some reason, something about brushing, I don't know about for you, but for me, it's like brushing my teeth right before we do it. It's like I'm like zoning in for it.
I do it mainly more for you as a courtesy.
Yeah, I do it to kind of like, I don't know. It's like prepping and I don't know. I guess it's kind of like doing my hair. I like to brush my teeth before we do these Vino Vents. But so yeah, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Let's get caught up. If you've been watching our stories, you may have seen that we had a snow day this past weekend. It happened Friday and kind of led into Saturday. It was so much fun. We're going to have our snow day vlog premiere on Substack, probably on Tuesday. So it'll premiere early. I'm sorry, I just burped my
Oh no, that's okay.
my dinner from tonight.
No, yeah, Tuesday.
So it'll go out early on Substack. So if you are a paid subscriber over on our Substack newsletter, you'll get that early, and then it will go live on YouTube on Sunday, like our regular content goes live.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about that. It's just like an extra perk for our paid subscribers. What is going on down there?
So I'm not drinking, but I am gonna have a few little snacky snacks.
Yeah. Someone said, Thomas, the mustache is a no-no. And then someone on Instagram said, liking the beard, Thomas. You know what? I get it. I'm looking at myself right now and I'm like, oh my God, I've got to shave. But there is something about the new year where I either want to grow, like the start of the new year, where I either want to grow my facial hair out or I want to cut all my hair off. And I haven't committed to cutting all my hair off just yet. So I'm growing my facial hair out. I just want to change.
I get that.
I love the beginning of the year, like possibilities of like change and new possibilities. Did I already say possibilities? I think I already said possibilities. What's your favorite change? Heart by Hearts asked on TikTok. I think my favorite change in the beginning of the year is like resetting after Christmas and then coming up with our words of the year. And then, I don't know, coming up with something that you want to do differently, even if you don't stick to it. I don't even think that's the point. I think the whole point is just like committing to it and making and saying that you want to change. I think that there's a lot of power in that.
So you mentioned words of the year. If you haven't followed us, you don't know what we're talking about. I know a lot of people do this. So instead of New Year's resolutions, we do words of the year. And normally we already have them like written out by now. But yeah, I think one word that we continue to put on our list is either minimize or simplify.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably still going to be on our list for this year. We like to do anywhere from like 5 to 10, which I know is quite a bit, but it kind of just puts us in the mindset of, we used to write them on our wall in our kitchen, and it just kind of puts us in the mindset of like, we are organizing our thoughts. Thank you for the cowboy hats over on TikTok. We are manifesting what we want to kind of happen out for the year. Can you think of any words that you want to add this year?
Well, real quick, I want to acknowledge 2 people have said that since you shaved your mustache, you look like you're 19 again.
Mm-hmm.
One person said 19 and someone just said you look so much younger with the shaved mustache.
Well, I'm not. No pistachios. I did go through a period where I ate pistachios on pistachios.
No, I like the way you say it.
Somebody said that earlier. Literally today.
Pistachios.
Who? At the funeral.
Oh,
we went to a funeral earlier today, but yeah, I switched over to M&Ms for this one. But okay, what's a word of the year for you? Let's knock them out right now.
Yeah, maybe we'll come up with them right now. I think one of my words of the year will be maybe like go easy on myself.
Okay.
The last like 2 or 3 years, I've been really hard on myself. If something with work is not like completed or perfect, or like if I don't get a video edited in time, or if I don't, I'm like constantly like, oh, that would have been a cute thing to film. I should have filmed that. But then I'm like, no, I should just enjoy the moment. And so I think I want to like go easy on myself this year. And if like I don't know. I think that I don't have to overthink certain things about our job so much.
Yeah. So stop worrying so much. Is there already a video about our foster parenting? We have several on our YouTube channel that you can go and check out. Okay, so what would be a shorter way to sum that up?
Word, like instead of go easy, be like,
well, I guess go easy is fine.
More grace.
Grace.
Like with myself, give myself some more grace.
Yeah, let's say grace.
Yeah. What about you?
Let's see. I've not put any thought behind this yet.
I know, I haven't either. We're like putting ourselves on the spot. No one asked us to do this. Or did they? Maybe they did.
No, I said we should do it. Okay, I need to come up with one word. I'm gonna say no is a full sentence. I feel like we have a really bad habit of saying yes to a lot of things, and even though I am a no person,
Yeah.
I'm very much so a no person, but when it comes to like work related things, I tend to always say yes. So I would like to say no more when it comes to like work related things. I kind of feel like we've kicked the year off pretty good about that because we have turned down a few things specifically related to like travel, and it's more so that for me, like October to January are kind of months that I like to be home. I'm definitely open to travel, but not during those months for the most part. Yeah. So no, I know there's a book about saying yes, like the yes book or whatever, but mine is no. Which somebody said boundaries. That kind of would fit in with that. Like I'm gonna set up specific boundaries as far as like what I feel comfortable with, as far as like doing things and or working on things. And it's okay to say no.
It is. It is. I know. I like that. I think that we need to. I think we should say no more also. I think that there's just, especially for me, I always want to say yes to a lot also. Like you're the no person, I'm the yes person. And I've got to learn that too. I've got to be like, we only have so much bandwidth. And typically by the end of the day, our bandwidth is used up and we have nothing else to give. Except when it comes to Vino and Vent. We always look forward to these chats. So
another thing that we have, it kind of relates back to the YouTube video that we posted today. In the video, we talk about how we hired, I'm not even drinking tonight, how we hired a new assistant. Also, they will be helping out with the farm.
Yeah.
So they moved into the tiny house. If you guys remember, my best friend, Dixie, she's lived at the farm for a little over 2 years, but recently bought a property and moved, and she's about 2 hours away from where we are now. So she obviously cannot help at the farm anymore. She's not living at the farm anymore. So over the last year, we've also been looking for that. So one thing that we're, I think, both excited about in 2025 is that we're going to finally have the help that we have needed for like the last 5 years. And we're really excited about that. I think specifically our content for YouTube is going to be a lot better. I feel like we actually won't have to be like holding the camera out.
Yeah, selfie style.
Which we'll still have to do that some, but I don't know. I'm excited about our content. I'm excited that our workload will be that we'll have somebody to help with that. And if you want to find out more and meet that person, you can go watch our YouTube video that we just posted today.
Yeah, it's so exciting. It is. I'm excited about 2025 also. Someone on TikTok said, are you guys not moving to the farm permanently? And we are not. We had talked about doing that for so long. And I think that if we weren't, it's all about convenience for us right now. We're in that like stage of life where we're going to choose convenience over everything else. And so it's very convenient for us to live in town with the kids, and their school's right here. Restaurants are right here. Stores are right here. It's just easier right now. Also, thanks to TikTok, you guys are being really sweet tonight. Lots of sweet comments over on TikTok. So thank you.
Yes.
Kyle said, if this was who was editing this last video, I feel like it's going to be a good 2025.
That was still Thomas.
Yeah, I'm still editing our vlogs. I don't know at what point I'll be able to give that up. I have been editing them for like 5 years now. Before it was like kind of both of us, but mainly you. And then when I took over, I don't know, I really enjoy it. And it's fun for me. So I don't know.
I was rewatching The Vampire Diaries the other day, and I just went away. And I fully saw PJ in the background, and I screamed.
That's right, Jaden.
There were a few. I did a couple of things for The Vampire Diaries. I was a stand-in for some of the main characters at one point, and then I had like one feature role. It was called The Five, and I was one of the five. I had no speaking lines, and I died in the episode.
I mean, he died so great. He did such a good job. I saw a question on YouTube. Oh, Michael said, finally got online with you guys. They're in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hello. Thanks, Paul. And then someone asked about the TikTok ban. Actually, a couple of people have asked questions about what we think about the TikTok ban that is going live on the 19th.
Yeah, that's going to be really, if it does actually go through, it's going to be really weird.
Yeah.
To not have, we're so used to posting on all of the platforms. I will say that we, as far as the platforms go, we focus heavy on YouTube and Instagram, and TikTok we still post a lot, but just not as much. But yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people were really upset about it.
Yeah, maybe it's one of those things where you just, until it happens, we just don't know. Maybe something will happen at the last minute and it'll get saved, or I don't know, whatever the terminology is.
A few people have asked if school got canceled for tomorrow, and it did. So the kids are actually upstairs right now watching TV. We didn't make them go to bed, but yep, no school for tomorrow. We'll definitely have school on Tuesday though.
Yeah. The snow is still here in Tennessee. It's still on the kind of on the roads. It's definitely still at our farm. And it was so pretty out there. Hi, Devontae, by the way. I wanted to give a quick shout out to him.
Oh, something that was exciting that happened yesterday is we officially kicked off our lambing season at Ocoee Farm yesterday. We had a beautiful baby girl, and her name is Vogue, which fits in nicely with some of the other names of our sheep. We have a Marilyn, so I feel like Marilyn and Vogue are what?
Oh my goodness. Hello, love.
Oh my gosh. Flea market fab. We need to do a
like a repeat trip.
Yeah, what is it when you all come? A reunion.
A reunion.
Back at Brian's little cabin up in.
Does he still have that cabin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. We definitely need to do that.
Yeah, Jen, we miss you.
Oh, I know. We love you, Jen. It's been, oh my God, it's been 7 years.
Oh my goodness.
Right? No. She came to Brian and Hollis's engagement party or wedding celebration.
Yeah, I don't. Or was it anniversary?
She said, I'm coming to your farm.
Yes.
God, you're invited.
Yep.
You're already invited. Okay. Yeah, but no, I think the little weekend getaway at Brian's, we're like planning a trip for Brian's cabin for us.
Yeah.
So we need to
check in with him first.
Yeah.
And all the other girls.
Yeah.
How did you convince Bo and Matt to move to Tennessee? Was it the beautiful land? So they came and visited us a couple of times, and they were kind of already in the mindset that they wanted to find a property in kind of like mountainous areas. So they were looking in like North Carolina. I think specifically North Carolina was where they were kind of originally looking, but the more they visited here and kind of fell in love with the area. And then obviously I feel like having friends somewhere that you're moving to is another like reason why people would like to move. But yeah, so they bought a piece of property, which they still have their house in New Orleans, and they kind of split their time between the two. But yeah, we feel so lucky to have them and have our best friends right down the road from us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're wonderful. Hi, Sally. I can't tell who that is from here because the picture is so small.
Do you plan on having a large vegetable garden at the farm this spring? So my plan was always to have a vegetable garden, and maybe the second year of having the farm, Dixie and I planted one. It didn't go over so well. We didn't get a ton of like produce off of it. One day I want to. I think it's gonna have to be when I have more time to tend to it, but I would love that. I do have I just got a raspberry bush and I have some blackberry bushes. So I'm going to start small with that. We went way overboard on the first garden and had like corn and tomatoes and squash and zucchini and pumpkins and okra. It was just way too much to like carrots. We had carrots too and broccoli and
Cucumbers? Did you say
cucumbers? Like we just had so much. It was too much and it didn't do very well.
Yeah, I love the idea of a garden. I feel like a garden at home would be more manageable though.
Yeah. Hope asked how old our marriage was. This will be our 10 year in October. And we've been together for 14 years, but we have been married for 9, but it will be 10 this year.
Yeah.
Jake said he loves the turtleneck.
Thanks, Jake. I just love turtlenecks.
How did Josie like the snow? I don't know if she loved it. She definitely like ran around in it. She did not play in it. And when she was not waiting to be fed, she was in the barn, like covered up in hay. So I don't know if she liked it or not.
Oh.
What's the drink for tonight? So for me, I'm having agua.
I'm just having a glass of Chardonnay, probably just one tonight. So Amanda said, I'm just wondering, what does Thomas do at the farm?
What do you do?
I'm usually working.
Yeah, he's usually like editing.
Because like we normally go out there on the weekends and Saturdays are my editing days. So I'm normally editing the vlog all weekend or writing the newsletter or editing a reels to post on Sunday. Or yeah, cleaning up inside.
Are you guys coming to Europe for your anniversary? That I would consider that. I would love to take the kids to Europe.
I would too.
It'd also be nice for it to just be the two of us, but I'd be open to either.
Yeah, I think the two of us would be fun. If we're doing Europe, probably bringing the kids. Yeah, just because it's going to be a long time away from them. And I would love for them to experience Europe. And what better way to do it than on their dad's 10-year wedding anniversary?
Yeah. Softness said, I'd be in the barn under the hay as well. Not a big fan of snow. Yeah. There's something so magical. I think probably for us, it only snows like maybe twice a year, sometimes not even that. So when it does happen, it is very magical. It's like everything closes down because our town is not equipped to handle snow.
Yeah.
And so schools are closed, grocery stores and gyms are closed. It's like you hunker down and you stay home. And if you have somewhere to play in the snow, luckily we did, but we played on the farm. It can be fun.
Yeah, definitely. It was a magical weekend at the farm. It was so beautiful. I was telling PJ, I think that our farm is made for snow.
Yeah.
Like it just the way it looks in the snow is so different than the way it looks every other time of the year. And I just really think that it needs to snow.
Where was your favorite place to travel? Any recommendations? So for me, we haven't done a ton of travel, but we have traveled a little bit in Europe. We've done the Caribbean. We have been to a couple places in the United States. But okay, so top 3. if I wanted to go somewhere tropical, wanted to be somewhere in the Caribbean, it'd be Bermuda. I loved Bermuda. It was so fun. It was beautiful. It's a small island. I think from going like from one side to the other island was about an hour in a bus, and it was a cute, and I recommend that. My next place would be, and these are not in order, but these are just my top 3. Amsterdam was one of my favorite cities that we've been to. We've been maybe 3 times, and I would love to take the kids there. I think part of the reason why I like it so much is that my perception of Amsterdam growing up was that it was a wild, crazy city. And I'm sure that there are parts of it that are, but like the red light district, but even that was calmer than what I had painted in my head the first time we got there. It's really just a beautiful city. It's very clean. The history is great, and it's kind of close to other places that you could travel to. My third would be Portofino, Italy. It's so tiny. It's definitely not, there's not a ton of stuff to do there, but it was a really.
Which one?
Portofino.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. That was so beautiful.
So tiny though. It's like the town is very small.
But it was perfect for us.
Yeah.
I was in Birkenstock sandals, so it was perfect for me because they're not the most comfortable.
Okay, so what would be your top 3?
Definitely Amsterdam. I really enjoyed our time in like Pismo Beach.
Oh, in California.
Yeah, that was a really charming area that we went to.
Yeah, it was quaint.
Yeah. And then where else have we? I guess maybe Portofino. Portofino looked like a movie. Everything about that looked like you were in some romantic comedy from the 50s. Like the cars were stunning, the buildings were beautiful, the streets were charming. Jake said he loves the Portofino Hotel in Universal Studios, Florida.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah. A couple of things. Paul said, are these lives on the same time every week, or does it change? Good question. So these lives are the same time and day every week. So we always go live on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern time on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and we call them Vino and Vent.
Yeah.
Yes. Mickey said, is Tennessee a good state to visit as a tourist? I'm from Denmark/Europe. I definitely think it's a great state to visit as a tourist. I think,
Tennessee.
Yeah, there's a lot of natural beauty here, especially if you're an outdoorsy person. There are a lot of trails to hike, mountains to climb, rivers to go visit, or not go visit, go down, and places to visit. What else can you do in Tennessee? These chairs are not comfy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you nailed it. One thing about Tennessee and I feel like that's probably all over the place, but when we went to Europe, there were parts of Europe that really reminded us of the area that our farm is in.
Yeah.
Like if you had just picked us up and put us in some of these cities that we were in, and they were like, where are you? I could have guessed like the town that our farm is in. So it's really pretty. There are parts of it that are so pretty, like the Smoky Mountains are so pretty. So I would say if you wanted to visit Tennessee, you should visit East Tennessee. And Chattanooga is a pretty city. Knoxville, Pigeon Forge is that's where Dolly Parton was born, in the Pigeon Forge area. It's where Dollywood is, and Gatlinburg. If you're wanting to do kind of like a cabin retreat type thing, that would be perfect. It's beautiful there in the winter time, but also like there's tons of summer activities that you could do. So yeah.
Someone commented earlier and said they look like they just came from a funeral.
So we actually did go to a funeral today.
Yeah.
But I was not wearing this.
I was wearing this minus the sweater. Yeah, I wore all black because it was a funeral. Whitewater rafting. Yep. That's a great thing to do here in Tennessee. Hi, Angela Gray. Hi, guys and family. I'm new to the channel, but I'm loving it. Also, hi from England.
Oh, hey, Elizabeth. Watching you guys from Long Island. My sister spent 10 days in Scotland, and the history in the castle was amazing. So we've never been to Scotland. That's a place I would love to go. We've never been to the UK. That's a place I'd love to go. I'd love to go to Switzerland. I'd love to go to...
Switzerland sounds great. What about like Ireland?
I would love to do that.
Yeah, I would too.
I would love to go to, how do you pronounce it? Cotswold?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I would too. Basically, wherever they film The Holiday, I want to go. Real quick, we have not talked about this just yet. I want to give a big shout out to all of our viewers and readers in California right now. We have been keeping up with the wildfires here in Tennessee, well, in California, but at our home here in Tennessee for the last week. It's so devastating. There really are no words, especially right words to say, but we did post a few ways that you can help on our blog, pjandthomas.com. And we've been getting updates from people that we follow in LA, and it's just so sad.
Also, our team is based out of LA, so we've been in contact with them, and so far they are both safe, but sending you guys lots of positivity and love.
Yeah, we've been talking about it all week. Purple OC said it's still so smoky here in LA. Hi from WeHo here. Central LA safe last few days. Thank God. That's over on Instagram. Ooh, yeah. It's heartbreaking. Right. What else have we been up to this week?
It's kind of been, I guess this past week has kind of been a slower week. We kind of took off like 2 to 3 weeks. The holiday season is always really busy when it comes to like work stuff for us. So I think we were really burnt out.
Yeah.
And we kind of took the last 3 weeks off. So last week we kind of put our toes back in the work mode last week, but we have like 4 projects that are coming up that are due very soon. So I would imagine that this week's going to be a little bit more busy, but I feel like we've just been relaxing. Our kids went back to school for what, one day or 2 days?
No. Oh yeah, 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday.
Gabriel, I am PJ and this is Thomas.
He didn't ask that.
He said, which one is PJ?
He didn't say which one's Thomas.
Well,
I guess it's implied, huh?
Yeah.
If you're PJ, then the other one must be Thomas.
What else? We I don't know. It's been a little bit slow.
It has been
which
slow.
Is nice. We've needed it.
Yes. Yes, all of that. I feel like we have needed it, and that's kind of why. Yeah, I'm like, that's why I'm excited about this year. Is we finally have outsourced some.
Yeah.
With our new hire, our team member, with having someone to help us clean our house. They come every 2 weeks.
That was something that Thomas has wanted for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And I finally gave in, and I will admit that it has been nice. We get a question about our pot filler every time we go live, and we had somebody ask if we use it. So in this house, where we're sitting, there's an island, which is where our camera is on. And then on the other side of the island is where the sink is on the opposite wall. So in this house, we use the pot filler all the time. At the farmhouse, we had roughed in a pot filler, but our sink was literally right behind our stove.
Steps.
And so we decided not to do the pot filler at the farmhouse. And I'm glad we didn't. But at this house, we use it every time we cook anything that needs water.
It's so convenient.
I also use it to fill up my water thing. Sorry if you've heard that story 30 times, but yeah.
There are certain people on here who are just hopefully used to hearing the same thing every live. How long we've been together?
What
the mantle is? Or do we use the pestle and mortar?
Is this a fireplace mantle?
Yeah. Do we use the pasta arm or what's the other? What do we call it?
Pot filler.
Pot filler. What else do they hear a bunch? Are we gonna finally get a backsplash for our kitchen? There's a lot. That's something else that I'm excited about 2025 is making small changes to our house.
I'm not excited about that.
I'm so excited about it. First thing is going to be painting the living room.
Oh, another thing we did today is, so we went to a funeral, but we also went and looked at a house. You guys know we love a project. And today's house was a project.
Yep.
Thomas, I met your mom. Were you able to read that? I met your mom last year at Casa. She is amazing.
Thanks, Laura. I'm going to tell her that you said that. Hi, Samson. Okay, real quick, I'm going to give a shout out to Ted said the pot filler needs a beautiful backsplash to accent it. He said that before I said anything. Clinton said word of the year, backsplash. Someone else said, Austin said, cue the backsplash moment of the live. Devontae said, it's the year of Thomas's dream backsplash. You guys are so funny. I love it.
But guys, what would we have to talk about if the backsplash was finished? Like all of these years of talking about it.
Oh, no.
What?
My computer's about to die.
Oh, it's because I'm charging my phone on it.
Do we have a charger?
I'll get it.
It's in the office, I think. Oh, sorry, guys. We won't let it die. Mickey said, I would guess that Thomas is a fire sign like Aries. Mickey, I am an Aries. How did you know? Clinton said, give Thomas what he deserves, the backsplash. And that is so funny. Yeah, I do think this is the year that I finally talked PJ into it, guys. I'm just going to be honest. I think this is the year. Oh, Magic Mike said, I'm the president of the Lila Hammond fan club. LOL. Yeah, so Laura, you'll have to talk to Magic Mike about my mom. She actually, thank you, PJ. She was the one that showed us the house tonight. We saw this really big, really pretty Tudor style home. Has 6 bedrooms, plenty of space for the kids, a huge living room, a beautiful pool, and it's on 3 acres.
But it's in a subdivision. And
yeah,
you guys know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it is in a subdivision. And I think it's weird because it does need a lot of work. But I'm like, I feel like any house that we buy, we're going to want to do a lot of work to. So I don't know why. I felt the same thing going through it. I was thinking, oh my God, this needs a lot of work. But like, we're used to that.
This is where I'm at. This house needed structural work and cosmetic work. If we do end up buying a different house, I want it to just be cosmetic work. I don't want it to be like siding and electrical and plumbing and like a roof. I would be okay with like moving some walls, maybe gutting bathrooms and a kitchen, but I want it to be more of like a cosmetic thing versus a full-on renovation. I would love for it to be livable, that we could move into it, and the changes that we wanted to make, we could do while living in it.
Gary said, this is not the house you toured recently. It did not look like 3 acres. Yeah, no, if you're talking about the big brick one, it's not that one. That was only on about 1 acre.
Hey, Aspen.
Hi, Aspen. Yeah, I like Tonight's House. It just wasn't the one. It was a great family home. Cheers, Salty Sailor. Yeah.
How old are y'all? I am 38.
I'm 33. Kyle said, "What's your latest decorating book author?" My latest one is The Artful Home, right? Or no, it's just called Artful Home by Josh Young. He is a Washington, D.C. based artist, and it is a gorgeous. Someone else on TikTok said, "Who is PJ?" And someone said, "You look so good for your age." Yeah, thanks. I guess all I can say is thanks for our age.
How long have you been dating? Well, we have been together for 14 years and we have been married for almost 10. What are you most excited for in the new year?
I don't know, all the possibilities that it holds. Last year was a crazy year for us, like family-wise. We didn't talk to two of our family members for like months. Both of our families had really awful health issues and health scares and accidents. Like, it was just a very traumatic year, to be honest. So I am excited to not have that this year. Chris said, "Thomas, how would you feel about leaving your childhood home?" I definitely think that there would be some sadness there. But I think that with the right house, I would be so happy.
Hank said that he watched a Martha Stewart marathon yesterday and he thought of me. For those of you that don't know, I am obsessed with Martha Stewart.
Yeah. Manny said, "Where do you get your design inspiration?" I think we get our design inspiration a lot from movies and TV shows.
For me, it's more Pinterest.
Yeah. Hi, friends. We're finally a couple of weeks from our adoption date. Hi from Nashville. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. Congratulations. That's a question for you.
PJ was going to school for construction management worth it. I just went away. Currently thinking of making the switch from ID to CM. Honestly, I feel like any degree, if you're going for like a 4-year degree, I don't know. It's like, I feel like a lot of people, unless you go back to school after your 4-year degree, I think just having a 4-year degree is what's more important for like when you're looking for a job. But I would say yes. I would say
you learned a lot, right?
I learned a lot. So I only have a 2-year degree in construction management, and then I got my 4-year degree in psychology. And I'm in the construction world when it comes to like renovating properties. I used to be a lot more hands-on when it came to renovating a house. As I've gotten older, I've had less time to be able to do that. So I do end up hiring out a lot. I would say having that degree helps me when navigating and hiring contractors because I learned a lot about construction in that major or doing that major, but also I also worked in construction for a couple of years, which helped me learn even more. So I would say, yeah, if it's something you're passionate about and that's like the career that you see yourself in, I would definitely recommend it. But I think just having a 4-year degree is what's really useful.
Couple of things on TikTok.
Thomas, I get on it every day. I probably got on it 5 times a day. Thomas over on YouTube asked if I'm getting back into my Facebook Marketplace habits.
Oh, yeah.
I get on it multiple times a day and I save a ton of things, but I have not bought anything in a while. haven't sold anything in a while either. So, Sapna, you got to keep me accountable. I've kind of stopped. We have a building that I have bought too many things and stockpiled the building.
Yes.
And why are you standing?
There's a couple of comments I'm going to read.
Okay. Will you go ahead?
So Matt said, will you be doing a part 2 of the more intimate details of your relationship? It was great. Yes. We will be doing a part 2. For those of you who don't know, we answered kind of a spicy Q&A on our Substack maybe 2 months ago. If you go to pjandthomas.substack.com, you can see it. We will be doing a part 2 because that was really fun. Someone asked if we've seen the Martha Stewart documentary. Yes. And then someone said, PJ, have you ever met Martha Stewart?
I've not met Martha, and that would be my person I'd want to meet. I'd want to meet her and Joanna Gaines. Those would be like my two. Obviously, I'd love to meet a lot of other people, but I would really love to meet them.
Yeah, you're almost, I hate to say this, but it's like you're running out of time for Martha.
Let's not talk about that.
That would be so sad.
Thank you, Sapna. Thank you for the heart over on TikTok.
Edwin said, doesn't she have a new book? She does have a new book, and one of you guys actually sent it to us.
Yes.
It's called Martha, the Cookbook, I think. It's her 100th book. And whoever sent it, I'm blanking, got us a signed copy, which was incredible.
Where is that book?
At Holiday House.
Oh, yeah. It's our first coffee table book for Holiday House. Have you met Ben and Erin Napier from Hometown? We actually have met them. We also follow each other on Instagram. And Thomas was a huge fan of Erin back way before she had the show. Mm-hmm. And she had a blog that Thomas read religiously, and then he showed me her, and then I really enjoyed seeing her content online, and then followed her. We've actually I don't know, what year did you find her? It's like back in the blogging days.
Maybe 2012.
And then when did she get her show?
The show was 2016, which was the year that we ended up meeting her. We've chatted a few times since then.
Yeah. So we have met them.
Yeah. A couple of people on YouTube are saying, love Joanna Gaines, and we do too. Love Joanna. All right, Alex said, are y'all ready for spring, or do you want to sit in winter a little longer? I want to sit in winter a little longer. I'm not ready for spring yet. I really like winter.
Yeah, I enjoy this time of year at the farm when it's not rainy, because when it's rainy, it's super muddy, but I don't know. I like winter and fall way better than I like summer at the farm, because it's hot and just not as fun.
Melissa said, my coot and prune shoot are torn up after this weekend.
I don't know what that means.
Prune shoot. Oh my God.
Coot and prune shoot. But also, like, what tore it up? What happened? Where you at, girl?
Yeah. Jason said, I love Martha Stewart and Nate Berkus. Yeah. And someone else, Scott, said Nate and Jeremiah.
We actually got to meet Nate Berkus.
Yeah.
We did a partnership with Celebrity Cruises, and he was one of the lead designers on all of their new ships.
Yeah.
And so they brought us on, and they brought him on, and he talked to like a big group of people, and then we got to meet him. He came up and actually recognized us. And
I know
I was too shy to go up to him, but he actually came over to us and was like, I think we follow you. I think we follow each other on Instagram. And we're like, yeah, we do.
He said, no, he said, big fans of you guys. And dying, like so starstruck.
I wish we had got a photo with him.
I
But
know. I think that if that would have happened today, we would have been much more confident.
yeah.
That was like back in 2018. It was a long time ago.
Thank you for the crown over on TikTok.
Today's vino of choice is just a Chardonnay, which I'm only on glass 1. I'm almost finished.
Okay, so it is that time of night. For those of you that have been around, you know that we like to end our Vino events with what we're watching and what we're reading and listening to. Excuse me. This is Thomas's field of expertise, so I like to let him lead because he is so passionate about this, guys, and he, I'm sure, has a lot to say.
You know what? I don't have as much to say because every time I say let's watch something, you say you don't want to watch it. But we did watch a couple of things, which we talked about already. We talked about Lee last week with Kate Winslet.
That was really good. I would almost watch that again just because it was really good.
What is Letterboxd? Eric, the 1987 said, "Are y'all on Letterboxd or Thomas?" Haha.
Jody, I do rotate. We have 3 different pastures, and I do try to rotate as much as possible. Sometimes it's hard, but the biggest pasture that we have is 30 acres, and then we have 2 smaller plots of land. But I do try to rotate the sheep.
Ooh, he said it's a social app for movies, basically. That sounds amazing. Jose, thank you. That's so sweet over on YouTube. Jordan and John said, "Did you ever get into the Great British Baking Show?" So yes, we have been watching that. I've been putting it
Actually
on.
this week.
Yeah.
We're watching this week.
And he said it's such a comforting show, and it really is. Like their little British accents, where their baking is cute, the hosts are cute, the contestants. There's one contestant on there. Oh, what is his name? Daniel, maybe? He's really cute.
We did try to watch Mayfair Witches, but we have not. We need to give it another try. We did watch Fellow Travelers. We do highly recommend that. We also rewatched a movie that we both love. The Snow, I think, initiated wanting to watch that because it's a nice snowy movie set in Europe, and I guess it's in the UK. But we watched Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
We watched the American version, but I think we're gonna try to watch is it Swedish?
Yeah, I'd love to try and find the Swedish ones. Hopefully they're streaming. But David Fincher's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is one of our favorite movies. We actually saw it in theater. And it was so good. What else? So I'm still trying to get PJ to watch Black Doves. My Black Dove fans on here. Let's try and convince him.
Did y'all watch the Golden Globes? We didn't watch all of them, but we did watch parts of it.
Oh my God, Nikki Glaser was hilarious.
We have not seen Outer Banks.
The Pit looks good. The new HBO show. My shoulder is like on fire.
Do you watch The Traitors?
No, we're not big into reality TV. What else? There's so many shows that I have written down.
Maze Runner, like the movie, like the old movie, or what? Is there a new one? Is there? We did watch the original one.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Mindhunter? We did. I'm trying to think. We started the new Dexter series. I think there should be a new one. I would be into watching that maybe tonight. What other? I feel like we started another. We started watching the newest season. I don't know how new it is, but for us, it's the new season of American Horror Stories.
Yeah,
that they have been pretty good. I remember we gave the first season a try and we didn't like them, but it seems like I like the more recent season. It seems more of like a Black Mirror type thing, which I really enjoyed Black Mirror whenever it first came out. We have seen the Wicked movie.
Oh my God. So we actually bought the Wicked movie.
Yeah.
Hi, Aaron on TikTok. Landman. We started Landman, but we only got a few minutes in before changing it. but I would give that one another shot. So my mom loved it, and your mom loved it.
Oh,
and we like everything Taylor Sheridan does.
Well, I don't know. I go back and forth on if I really like Yellowstone or not, but I love Beth in Yellowstone. For me, I would love to watch a whole show that she was just the main character. Thank you, Luke, over on TikTok.
What else? We started season 2 of Based on a True Story, but you said you're done with that.
Oh, you could watch Yellow Jackets. You should watch Yellow Jackets. We already did.
So the new season comes out February 14th, right? I think on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we will watch that. I will say I didn't enjoy the last season as much as I enjoyed the first 2 seasons. Oh, we're about to.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was still good, but the first season was just so incredible.
Yeah, we have seen Wicked. We actually bought it. We've watched it 2 or 3 times now.
We will be watching The White Lotus. I'm excited for that. We'll be watching The Last of Us season 2. We loved Big Little Lies, J Hall on YouTube. Squid Game. We're on season 2 of Squid Game. Thanks, Brandon. He said, "You've been my inspiration for 6 years. I've been watching you since I don't know much English." So sweet. We started Nobody Wants This. Silo. We never finished Silo.
Oh, yeah.
That's one we could watch.
Severance. We did watch that on Apple TV.
You watched Severance. I didn't watch that, and you loved it.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
Mm-mm. Jordan and John said, "Y'all are so busy. It's amazing you have the time for so much TV and movies. Glad you can take time for you."
Yeah, that is our nightly, which it hasn't been lately, but it's usually our guilty pleasure. We like to watch TV at night.
Love to do that. Yeah.
We have seen Fellow Travelers. We really like that. Been loving all the Substack writings.
Thanks, Moises. We're having so much fun over on Substack. Guys, if you're not already subscribed, you need to subscribe to our weekly newsletter called OK McKay. It's over on Substack. It's pjthomas.substack.com. It's free to subscribe. There's also a paid tier option as well. And we have a lot of fun.
So a new thing that will start this week is Substack will get our long form content, our vlogs that we post on YouTube 5 days early. So it'll go out on a Tuesday on Substack, and then we'll be reposting it on Sunday on YouTube, and we'll do the usual live chat after for the Vino Vent. But I think it's time to put our kids to bed. Yes. It's also 9 o'clock. Like I said in the beginning, I just want to take a second to say thank you guys so much for taking time out of your week to spend it with us. We really enjoy getting to know you guys, and it feels like a cute little community. So we appreciate you guys. Yeah. But we also hope that you guys have a great week this week, and
we'll see you later.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.